I was like, what the fuck happened to my water? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Geeks 5 Wednesday Power Hour. I am the host, Jesse Goku, also known as JB, also known as King Mexico. What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, July 7th, 2021, and today is officially day 0 for Anime Matsuri at the Georgia Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. That's right, the really shitty, the really sketchy, the really infamous, the really shady as shit anime convention happening in Houston. Today's their day 0. Tomorrow's their day 1. I don't recommend that you go check them out. I don't recommend that you buy badges. I recommend that you stay away from that dumpster fire. But regardless, we got a lot to talk about today as far as Anime Matsuri goes. As all of you watching can tell, I don't have any co-hosts today because Jace is on family leave and SJ is doing, I don't know, SJ stuff. I really don't. I don't know. She talks. I don't pay attention. It's whatever. And I think Sonic might be joining today. He might have some other stuff going on. I'm not sure. But Sonic runs his own YouTube channel, so he gets a pass. But what's going on? First comment to Pachinko. What's going on, man? And just so everybody knows, because I'm solo right now, we're actually going to open up the lines for the podcast for people that want to come on here and join us to talk about everything that's going on. Go ahead and feel free to join us on the Geeks 5 podcast. I'm posting the link right now in the chat. You don't have to show your face. You can turn off your webcam. You can do audio only. But if you want to come join me and talk about Anime Matsuri, remember today's Anime Matsuri Day 0. So one of the things that Anime Matsuri has done over the years is I've been saying this for years and years. Anime Matsuri lies about their fucking attendance numbers. It's obvious. They pull a WWE. WWE just, I don't know what WWE does. They probably count everybody, crew, talent. You get my fucking hair on my face. They probably count all the crew, all the talent, everybody that's in the building. They probably count all the employees, and staff, all the security. They probably count everybody. So they give an attendance number. It's usually not correct. But anyway, so Anime Matsuri has a thing up, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. And I have it up on my second screen. I'm starting to wonder why I have 2 fucking screens because I just use one anyway. So I'm not going to say the individual's name. Actually, let me see if I can go ahead and share this with y'all. Oh, here we go. Joining us is the man with the plan, the man that runs the skinny, the Texas gaming hedgehog himself, the legendary, the iconic, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, Keyblade Sonic. Oh, wait, it's not. Let me click on him. Oh, there it goes. That fail. Whoops. More fail. Yeah, there we go. Oof. What's going on? You just made it just in time. We're here to talk more shenanigans. We're here to talk more about, more Anime Matsuri shenanigans.
Yeah. Pretty much, because earlier today we saw a bombshell. Pretty much, this post made a huge bombshell.
Well, I don't know if it's that much of a bombshell. I'm really happy you found that, and I'm really happy you shared it with us. That is fucking gold, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's something I've been preaching for fucking years. I've been saying that shit. Uzi, get on the chat. Get on the podcast. You ain't doing shit. I know you ain't at work. If you were at work, you wouldn't be watching. But yeah, no, it's been something I've been saying for years, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it right now. But today, I just mentioned that today is day 0 for Anime Matsuri. Bitch,
is it day? I thought it was tomorrow.
Oh, isn't tomorrow their day 1 since they're now a 4-day convention?
I thought that was been 3 days.
I don't
know. That's what I'm saying. Isn't it always?
I didn't really research it because I didn't give a fuck.
I always knew it was 3 days. I was like, when did they do 4 days?
Yeah, July 8th through the 11th.
Oh, shit.
So tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're a 4-day convention. Anime Matsuri is on July 8th through the 11th, 2021. Join over 40,000 fans of Japanese pop culture at the Georgia Brown Convention Center in Houston. Okay. Anime Matsuri is a bullshit annual anime and Japanese pop culture convention that will rip the shit, that will rip you off and steal your money.
Trying to be, yeah, they flying forums. Yeah, exactly. They are trying too hard to be like Anime Expo. As someone who's been to both of them, they are not even close to being like Anime Expo.
Right. So a lot of conventions. One of the comments here is saying that I hear they count every person that walks in. If they walk out and walk back in, they count them again. Like if they go to their hotel room and then walk back, they count them twice and more if you keep going. It's just a hearsay. Actually, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
You can't compare Anime Expo and Anime Matsuri though. Anime Matsuri has like 30,000. Okay, they have a lot of teenagers, and they have a lot of adults that don't give a fuck. Anime Expo is like what 100,000 people.
Yeah, it's like 100,000. It's incredible. If you're claustrophobic, I wouldn't recommend Anime Expo. But given it's like the biggest con, and it's not just that. They not only use in 2019, they not only use the LA Convention Center, they use other parts of that area because it's all part of LA Live. So they have not just the convention center, also Staples Center, the Microsoft Theater, the Xbox Plaza, and they also use surrounding hotels as well.
Mm-hmm.
But except for 2019, because Staples Center was being occupied because they were doing a award show at the time. So they were doing, and also a concert too. They were doing a Shawn Mendes concert that was going on. Also, the ESPYs was going on at the time, so they couldn't use that. But in 2018, they would use that area, like the little promenade is called LA Live. So pretty much like it's like a lot of shopping, a lot of restaurants, and right next to Staples Center.
Just real quick, we are opening the lines for anybody that wants to join us. You know, not for the entire show, but you know, just for a while. I did post the link right now. It is up on Twitch, YouTube, and it's on Facebook now. So go ahead and click that link. You don't have to show your face. We won't we'll use your stage name if you give us one. But yeah. So we have one. It's AM is trash. We have another one that says, "Imagine getting robbed by a con owner who looks like a thumb." Not me, lol. And I've been once. That should say it all.
I mean Billy Corrigan, because he does look like Billy Corrigan.
He looks like the guy from that meme. Just like,
yeah, he pretty much that. Just take a photo of him and that meme side to side, and you'll see why we could call him that. And you'll know. Like another thing too, they really are trying to, like we said, but also not just that, they try to cater to every group per se.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like there's some cases where it's like, even in years past, they bring in guests that I feel like if you're gonna talk about Anime Matsuri, if you're talking about Japanese culture, it's like half of it has like nothing to do with Japanese culture. They one time brought like actors from like American movies and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah. It's because I think Anime Matsuri is starting to realize that they need to go like in the Comic-Con direction.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give them that, you know, because sometimes when you go to like an anime con like IkiCon or A-Con or Delta H, for example, they sometimes have guests and cosplayers and like vendors. They sell like comic book related stuff. You see a lot of Marvel cosplayers. You see a lot of DC.
Sorry, I was coughing.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying. Like they have more comic book based stuff and all that stuff. Oh, a commenter. I remember years ago when they brought in Miyavi as a guest and they never paid him.
See, I remember that year. That was 2009. They brought in Miyavi. It was the same year they went on the same weekend as Kamikaze Con.
Mm-hmm.
And they pulled out every stop that they could to bury Kamikaze Con. And Kamikaze Con didn't have a big turnout.
Right.
I chose Kamikaze Con over Anime Matsuri. John took it as a fucking insult. Whatever. So I remember that year. That was probably their best fucking year. In terms of panels, guests, like just the whole fucking lineup for the entire show was fucking great.
Mhm.
I heard nothing started on time. Surprise, surprise.
Another one too. I was also going to mention that they had a couple in 2014. It was like I believe they had Matt Mercer, well-known voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
He was told that he was going to be like the MC on about it, like pretty much last minute too. And another voice actor, I believe it was Caitlin Glass too. She was there that same year with him,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, they never came back.
A lot of they hardly have any repeat guests. Vic Mignogna is one of their very few repeat guests. They have another one this year, I think, is a repeat guest, but they really don't. They have a. If you look, anyone that's curious, go on Anime Matsuri's website, look at their guest list. Like 90% of those fucking guests I've never heard of.
But there's probably some that others have heard of.
There's only one on there that I've heard of. Two, maybe two or three. I take that back. Two or three. Vic. Yeah. I can't stand Vic, but I've heard of Vic. The little girl from Godzilla versus King Kong. That poor little girl. And who else? I don't even know who's on there. Fucking bunch of people that honestly I didn't really care.
Yeah, I know a few.
Yeah, I'm looking at their guest lineup, and I don't recognize anyone except for, like I said, the little girl from Kong versus Godzilla. Vic, why does Vic look like he should be singing country music in his photo?
I know. I thought that wasn't Vic Mignogna. I was like, oh shit, the cowboy hat threw me off.
I'm like, whoa, they got a country music singer.
Oh, so we got a commenter. Forgive me, but didn't the head of AM get into hot water for sexual assault allegations for something like that? Maybe. No, that's legit. That's been the story for years. Why people don't go to Matsuri for years.
I think it was sexual harassment, but it wasn't sexual assault.
Oh, sexual harassment mostly.
Right. Just inappropriate text messages, inappropriate emails, inappropriate conversations. Asking very inappropriate questions. He never actually physically touched anybody, or at least there are no reports of it. He did admit guilt to, I'm a man in a woman's world. This is how I joke with my friends. I thought they were my friends. Like, listen, you dumb bitch. That's not, no. You don't when was the last time you asked one of your friends, anyone in the comment section, has any one of your friends ever asked you, so when was the last time you had a good orgasm? Well, I mean, that's a real, never mind, whatever. Like, who asked those fucking questions? Like, seriously. It was sexual harassment, but no actual sexual assault. But with that being, we're actually going to talk to you guys about something that that somebody posted, and we're going to go ahead and read it. We're not going to say the individual's name for protection. I don't know. We don't want to.
Yeah, anonymous, from an anonymous source, I guess.
Right. So we're going to read this, and then we're going to show you the screenshots, and then we'll discuss it. But a couple of weeks ago, I posted a graph which I made showing that Anime Matsuri was bullshitting their attendance numbers, and a couple of people reached out asking how I got those. The super simple answer is that Houston First, who owns the Georgia Brown Convention Center, is a joint public-private corporation. And in Texas, that means they are subject to freedom of information laws. So I emailed Houston First and asked, when I say I emailed that, the individual emailed them. Mm-hmm. It costs about $8 in documentation fees, but literally anyone can do it. What you're looking for is the ticket surcharge line. The Georgia Brown's contract with Matsuri states that they have to pay a fee for every single ticket sold, with the exception of for 1,500 staff and guest tickets. Ticket numbers are also presented to the convention for verification. When AM claims they have had 43,000 guests in 2019, they seem to be intentionally lying. Literally anyone can visit the Harris County Court website and see the 6 suits against Anime Matsuri for non-payment, including the one non-payment to Andy Frame Services, which is the George R. Brown's internal audio-visual group. Strangely, the Lays don't seem to like paying for services they use. I know I probably sound like a broken record here, but for fuck's sakes, don't attend Anime Matsuri. They've done active harm to the Houston fighting games, anime, Lolita, and associated communities, along with numerous individuals. Now, here is the one where they show the attendance numbers. I'm going to go ahead and show that to y'all. So we're going to do a screen share. Oh. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Let me go ahead and move this over there because now I remember why I had dual screens.
I'll be back.
All right, go ahead. Okay, okay, we'll go ahead and delete this one. I'm sorry, everybody. Be patient with me. Is it sharing the right one? Nope. That's my Facebook. Whoops. There's nothing going on there. There we go. All right. So right here, you can. Let me go ahead and. Go ahead and stop that. I fucked up once again. I am so sorry, everybody. I am trying my best. There you go.
All right, there you are.
All right, so right here, it's not even the right one. Fuck.
I'm gonna
sorry.
guess. I guess you were scrolling and saving them and then putting them on the screenshot, right?
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I'm fucking up today, everybody. All right, there we go. I think I got it. I got it. All right, there it is. All right, got it this time. So the ticket surcharge fee is they sold 29,063.
With 29,000. Huh? That's actually pretty. Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive.
That is an impressive number, but that's not 40,000. That's not 50,000. That's not 60,000. Like they're probably telling everyone, "Oh yeah, we got 60,000, 90,000. We have 100,000 people." Don't. I mean, and this is per ticket, so you're probably looking at like a lot of like one days, children's passes, panelist badges. Who knows? But right, so that right there just shows that they're saying, "Oh, we got 40,000. They have 29,000." Yeah, it is an impressive number. Like, holy shit, 29,000 is still a lot of people, but that's still an impressive number. Why can't they just say, "Oh, we got almost 30,000 people"? No, everybody, we got 50,000 people this year. Come to Anime Matsuri because our shit doesn't stink. I mean, they're so stupid. And here are the. I actually want to get this one as well. So let's go ahead and get this one for you guys.
If I'm gonna bet,
these are the lawsuits that they are getting.
If I'm gonna put a wager, I'm gonna bet the reason they inflate the number, it's probably because maybe the investors are expecting that kind of number or something. I'm just thinking out loud here.
No, probably you're probably right. I think you are right. So these are their lawsuits. Something T&S Sound Production versus Anime Matsuri, Guardian Capital Management Hawaii LLC versus Anime Matsuri, Illumination Fireworks LLC versus Anime Matsuri, Wagner Media Incorporation versus Anime Matsuri, Double J Enterprises LLC versus Anime Matsuri, Andy Frayne Services Incorporation versus John Lay individually.
Wow.
And these are current lawsuits. These aren't like past lawsuits. These are the ones that are currently active. These are all civil cases, as you can see. Filed. These were all filed recently within the last 5 years. This one, the oldest one is August 16, 2016.
Well, they have a shit ton of issues way before this like early issues,
I mean, what are y'all's thoughts, everybody, on the honestly, look, I'm not surprised that they're lying about their attendance numbers. I'm not. I already knew about the lawsuits. I know people that are currently suing Anime Matsuri, that were are currently suing them, are trying to sue them. I should have fucking sued them with the whole Nazi thing, but I can't afford a lawyer. But yeah, no, it's no surprise that Anime Matsuri does a lot of shady shit. Like,
is there anybody in the comment section that's a lawyer? Like Goku?
Yeah, we'll sue them. I'll give you 50% of the money they don't have that we're gonna get.
Alexa, turn off.
Definitely wouldn't be too close with someone like that. LOL. I still don't ask my best friends that. You should just link the person's post. They made it public for a reason. That's because they got to try to beat out Akon when Akon always topped them number wise, and that's the current lawsuits. Okay, it's also a title thing. Akon had the title of largest anime convention in Texas by inflating their numbers. They were able to say biggest anime convention in Texas. That's not only works to help them but get attendees, but also to try to help bribe guests who don't know anime shit. Yeah, that is very true. So for the guests who don't know anything about Anime Matsuri, who don't know anything about their past, anything about their history, anything about the allegations, lawsuits, or anything that are currently going on with Anime Matsuri, yes, a lot of guests will go to the con, then they'll experience the convention firsthand, except for Vic, who seems to come back. But other than that, I mean, pretty much I've never seen. It's very rare that I see a return guest. It's always, oh, well, we like to change it up every year and bring in different guests. We don't like to bring repeat guests. And why are you bringing back Vic? How come you're not bringing back somebody you had 10 years ago? Like, how come you're not going to bring back fucking Miyabi? You can't tell me that bullshit like, oh, we're trying to keep it fresh. Miyabi would be a fresh face because the last time you had fucking Miyabi was in 2009.
Okay,
Try finding a lawyer pro bono. Yes, please. The majority of the lawsuits are due to non-payment. I mean, there's even stories of Anime Matsuri not paying their fucking they don't obviously. Well, first off, based on when I went to the interview for Anime Matsuri staff and volunteers, they don't pay any of their staff. They pay like maybe like a handful. But most of their staff, 90% of their staff, they work for free. They said you work for free. You're expected to work 24 hours within that weekend. And you can use the experience on your resume when you apply for a real job.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like, for me, one of my first, well, it was more like a fundraiser. Like, I worked at a fireworks stand for my high school band. And that was pretty much, they told us, oh, you're required to do, basically, we opened the warehouse for like 2.5 weeks. You have to be there at least 8 hours a day, almost every day. And like, if you do extra, you get to use it for your resume. And I'm like, would it make more sense if the whole volunteering thing would have been used for the whole resume?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's somebody said it sounds like volunteer work. It's pretty much you're pretty much an intern at a very, very shitty job that possibly leads to sexual harassment. And who knows, maybe John has stopped. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't care if John, look, I said this on Monday. I'm going to keep saying this. Just because John took an online course, what was it, like a 2-hour, 30-minute?
I believe so. He said it was like a few hours.
He takes like an online course. Hello, welcome to Sexual Harassment 101. Do you feel any remorse for your actions? Yes. Are you sorry? Yes. Will you do it again? No answer. Congratulations, you passed. Here's your certificate. That is pretty much the fucking course. So John does all this bad shit. He admits, he apologizes. He takes a 2-hour, 30-minute online course. He suddenly finds Jesus and we're supposed to fucking forgive him? No. And I'm like, shame on the fucking people that are still going to the fucking convention and spending money because it's an anime convention. We need more anime convention.
Or better yet, it's the only anime convention in Houston.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
for real.
the most redundant like excuse in the book. Like, oh, Delta H says hi. Anime Houston that's about to launch next month will say hi.
Oh, and to add to your statement, to add to it, because it gets worse. When they say it's the only anime convention, and when you bring up Delta, oh, Delta's too small.
It's a con. You know what I mean?
Well, if you go to it, it's gonna get bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what about all the sexual harassment allegations about John? Why are you bringing up old shit? It's in the past, man. Let it go.
Basically, cancel culture. So basically, the same argument about cancel culture and all that.
Cancel culture is fucking convenient when you want to cancel shit you don't like, but suddenly attack something that you do like, and it's like, well, we need to forgive them. We need to turn the other cheek.
Right, and all that stuff. It's like, that happened in the past. It didn't happen to me personally. And I'm like, okay, so what about the people that happened personally? What if they're your friends? You're still gonna go to it. That's pretty much like slapping the face of them. You know what I mean? And it's like, and also in a little off topic regarding cancel culture, I feel like the people who like crap on cancel culture, I feel like 90% of the time they'll likely will get canceled.
I mean, the reason, okay, some of us, like, I'm guilty of it. I will crap on cancel culture.
Right, yeah. But it's like, there's some cases where, like, there's a lot of people on my Facebook, like, they make, like, a fucking long-ass essay on Facebook about, like, cancel culture and shit. I'm like, dude, why do I feel like you're going to be canceled within 10 years?
Like cancel culture went after Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
They went after Hawkeye. They went after Robert Downey Jr. for playing the character.
Yeah, which is like, these people clearly did not see the movie.
Right,
So
like
that was the point in the movie.
That was the point. Like in the movie, he starts off white and got his skin dyed. It's part of the story of the movie.
Yeah, the joke is he thinks he's such a big actor that he thinks being blackface is okay. Basically, that's basically what the whole movie is.
Right, and it's such a fun. It's a fucking funny movie, and I like it. But wanting to make it clear that the type of sexual harassment training course is an online course for employers, not someone who is committing it, as in how an employer to deal with employees experiencing sexual harassment from other employees. Well, John knows how. Look, I don't want to talk too much shit because the last thing I need is somebody knocking on my door with a cease and desist letter. Why is my hair sticking up?
Flaming forearms. Cancel culture equals a bunch of crybaby bitches when the better.
That's not always the case, though.
Yeah, it's a case by case at the end of the day.
It's a case by case thing. Like,
there's anything what that person actually did. Like, what was it? There was something. What was it? There was one time. I feel like someone was getting canceled because they said something about like they said like something racist and all that. Like a few years ago, and people were like, "Oh, this guy" and all that shit.
There's one where this guy was going to run for a political office. Yeah. He was in a wheelchair and he was like sexually like harassing and assaulting like his female
assistants.
Like they were students of the school too.
Oh, okay.
And like they were his classmates, and like it came out that he was like being sexually aggressive with them. And cancel culture went after him for that. Yeah, that is a perfect example of cancel culture doing its fucking job and getting rid of toxic bullshit like that. Like, but like the whole Eminem, like, where's cancel culture for Anime Matsuri? And we've tried it. We like, don't get us wrong. There are people that we are trying to get Anime Matsuri. Like, it's not, we don't want Anime Matsuri shut down. We just want the owners to go.
Step down.
Right. If the owners sell the convention to the city of Houston or somebody else, and they cut ties with them, they don't have them working there in any capacity. They have nothing to do with the con. They're not drawing money. They're not giving input. They have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with the con. I will go back and I will host panels. But until John and Denise are gone, I want nothing to do with Anime Matsuri. You couldn't convince me to go back. You couldn't. First off, they're not going to fucking pay me, even if they offered to. Hey, we'll give you $5,000 to come as a guest. Let me see. Cash. I want cash, and I want it right now. And then I'm going to cancel it. Oh, I couldn't make it.
Just watch this. Pachinko. It's the only anime convention. Those are the jobless, nasty, smelly pizza face and probably fat weaves that go at AM. Also, the people who wear ahigao clothing. At that point, people should stop wearing that, especially at a con full of like minors. It's just really gross. People who wear.
I'm sorry if people think that I'm being violent. I'm sorry if people want to like look at me differently, or think that I'm being like an asshole or a piece of shit or something like that. But I swear to God, there are just some people in this community that need to be punched in the face. There are some people that need to be sat down and have a stern talking to. There are some that need a punch to the face, and there are some that just need their ass whooped. They need to get their ass whooped for an hour like Frieza got his ass whooped by Broly in the movie. Just 1 full hour of an ass whooping. Because I'm tired. And like you're absolutely right. You have weaves that will like literally sit there and cry about being friend zoned about the same girl like once, at least twice per convention in a fucking year. They're like, I don't get it. What's wrong with me? First off, if you stop following her, I'm getting off topic. But Anime Matsuri, no, I'm kind of in topic. But
yeah, no, that's pretty much because we did say. I know we said in previous shows that we weren't gonna talk about Matsuri unless they do stupid shit, and this is really stupid shit they did. Just pretty much purposely, making up all these lies, and they're not paying people, and all these lawsuits that are still going on, even though they don't talk about it, and I'm sure they don't feel comfortable talking about it, but people always bring it up anyway. And all this stuff, and there's cases where they had guests announced, and then like within days later, the guests would find out about the past and like, oh shit, yeah, we don't want to be a part of this.
Blastoids, if you weren't Blastoids, I need a huge favor from you. Could you send me a private message, please?
Oh.
No, I just need a huge favor from him because Anime Matsuri's tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. We are a podcast Friday, so trying to get eyes inside.
Oh, undercover and all that stuff?
Not undercover, but they're not going to know.
Right.
At Matsuri, like, they blocked me. It's not like John sits outside my house in a white van going, what's he doing? What's he eating?
Yes, in the comment section, yes, it is this weekend. It is. A lot of people kind of like, I don't know, I guess the whole year and a half without really a con, for most people, this is going to be their first con in a year and a half. Others, next week, it'll be their first con in a year and a half. Secret Agent Blastoise, yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, this weekend is Kamea-Con
As well.
and Anime Matsuri. That's right, Kamea-Con versus Anime Matsuri this weekend. Obviously, you know who I'm rooting for. Kamea-Con, because they have much better guests, way better guests. They have voice actors from Dragon Ball Z. They haven't done Dragon Ball Z voice acting in years. They got some people from Mexico. They got all kinds of great ass people. They have a great budget. That con has a great budget.
Yeah, especially for a con that's 30 year.
And they're acknowledged by Toei Animation.
Mm-hmm.
They're acknowledged and approved by Toei Animation, so they're fucking legit. Anime Matsuri, it's literally, okay, who wants to be a guest? We got $5 in a Subway coupon. Takers, we will, like, will you feed us? We'll give you half of a 10-piece of McNuggets.
So in the comment section, I wanted to go so badly to Kamea-Con, couldn't get the weekend off from work. That's a mood. I would have gone to Kamea-Con. It's just, I don't know.
I couldn't afford it.
I'm just not. I wasn't really fully prepared for it. I've been so caught up with, preparing for Delta and Comic Palooza. honestly, that con became like the least.
Actually, would anyone like to donate to our PayPal that's listening? I want to go buy a trash can, put fake fire flames inside the trash can, and put a big ass sign on it that says Anime Matsuri. And I want to walk around Comic Palooza wearing that. Because I am not going near Anime Matsuri wearing that shit. First off, if I get caught down there and someone sees me, the PR nightmare that I'm going to have, oh my God, you've been talking shit about Matsuri and you're attending. I could be literally 2 blocks away, but if I'm anywhere near the convention center this weekend, I'm not going to hear the end of it.
A lot of people will say, yeah, a lot of people will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But however, what I can say though is that there's a lot of like cosplayers and photographers too that are taking advantage of the weekend, because most of them are like, hey, we're not technically part of Matsuri, we're actually going to be in Discovery Green, so if any cosplayers from Matsuri want to get photos taken, they can, or if you don't have to be a part of Matsuri and all that shit. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right, but aren't Anime Matsuri doing something in Discovery Green this year, like a Japanese?
They're doing like a Japanese festival. Someone actually recently asked them, is there like a separate fee? Do we have to have a badge? Or like, no, we don't have to. It's just it's going to be in Discovery Green, but it's not part of Discovery Green. It's just like a Japanese, like a beer garden or something like that. And Lexa, yeah, that was from 2 years ago. Yeah, that was from 2019 when Vic Mignogna, they brought in Vic Mignogna, and several voice actors canceled, notably Monica Rial. She canceled because, the whole situation and all that stuff. A few of them canceled, and I was at Kamehacon in 2019, and what they did was all of the guests were in one section, but Vic was like in like the 4th floor, all by himself.
Right. So that was before the trial, though. That just to add to your, that was all before the trial, before Vic was actually found guilty. So
yeah, this was 2019.
Right. So this was when all the accusations were made. And remember, you are innocent till proven guilty, because people will throw accusations your way. Like a lot of people will automatically think you're guilty. Just look with Geeks Ever. Like, look with the whole Nazi thing. Everybody thought we were guilty. And there are people that still think we're guilty. They fuck.
Oh, did you freeze?
With some individuals, but it's whatever. Oh, it's freezing? Yeah, it's freezing. Oh, my internet signal is fucking bad. I don't know what's going on with my signal lately. I don't know what the fuck. Could be because of the weather.
Yeah, so just because 2 years ago, this when they brought in Vic Mignogna, and then all the controversy came out when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. A lot of guests like Monica Rial. She was one of those people that said, I'm not going to be a part of it. And okay. Yeah, he lost that suit. Uh-oh, I think Goku froze. I think he froze, yeah.
I am here. I'm back.
Ooh. Hey, I'm the host. Awesome.
I have to use my phone.
Goku's back on. Yep, he's back on. Even though he's really muted right now.
Yo, so
Okay. Vic,
can you hear me?
Yeah, that's right. He did. He was. It was mostly because when all the stuff came out, he was getting, a lot of companies were cutting ties with him. For example, Rooster Teeth, they said, oh, yeah, we overwear all the allegations. We cut ties with him. Funimation cut ties with him. Pretty much a lot of companies, pretty much a lot of his voiceover roles got replaced. Like, for example, for Broly, he was replaced with Johnny on Boss starting in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Also, on Ruby, I don't know, I can't hear Goku. Can y'all hear? Okay, now we. Uh-oh, think about myself. Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear Goku. All right, so yeah, in the comment section, various voice acting companies were rightfully cutting time. Yeah, as they should. They don't want to deal with that stuff. And Vic got mad that he was getting cut off, and he sued his victims for defamation, tourist interference, and other things. Basically, yeah, pretty much that's basically what happened, and that's what pretty much led to the whole kick Vic hashtag and I stand with Vic hashtags. There were so many like heated debates about that, especially on social media around that time. And is Goku still on? Or
yeah, I'm right here. I don't know what's
going on. A lot of freezing today. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we can't hear Goku.
You can't hear me? Damn it.
Let's see. Oh, really? Oh, okay. It's not over. That's odd.
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello? Sonic, can you hear me?
Yeah, what was it? I'm trying to remember. I remember they released a statement a couple of years ago about it. The reason they kept Vic. Actually, let me look it up. If I look it up, give me a sec. I'm trying to look for that.
You hear me?
All right, so we got double Goku.
I don't know what's going on with my internet. I apologize.
Oh, give me a sec. Let me just get off for a sec, and I'll just see if that will work.
Yeah, I apologize, everybody. We're having really bad technical difficulties. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What the fuck? Stop. You can't fucking hear me at all? Oh, Sonic, we can't hear you at all.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay,
yep.
Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
All right.
Okay, we're back.
What's going on, man? Like, we come on the podcast today, everything's fine. We start talking shit about Matsuri. All of a sudden, Internet doesn't work.
John's on to us.
He's out there cutting the cable.
He's probably on to us. Wouldn't shock us.
Right. I apologize to everybody watching for the technical difficulties. We're about 10 minutes out anyway. So for next week, believe it or not, there will be a power hour
For Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. So next week is a big week for
Friday,
all of us.
aka the first day. Mm-hmm.
And there will be a podcast on Friday. And the internet is going back to shit. But we will have a podcast on Friday.
Okay. How will that work, though?
We just get everybody together in the hotel room and set up the computer and the webcam.
Hey, do a live. There you go. Do a live podcast straight from Delta.
We call it the round table.
The round table. We just get an actual table.
Yeah, and then we'll just have Jace.
Okay.
Wait. How are we gonna pull that off?
Not only that, isn't that at the same time as the wedding show?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. What time is the wedding? Because
I think at 7.
So, what did you talk about while I was
we're talking
indisposed?
about how when that one time Kamea-con had Vic Mignogna in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole so many voice actors were not canceling their appearance because actually at that time Kamea-con was one of the only ones that kept Vic in their lineup, and how several companies cut ties with him.
Mm-hmm.
With, for example, they cut ties with it. Funimation, their place played Broly and Fighter Z.
Right. Yeah. I like Johnny. He deserves to have a recurring role like that.
Yeah, basically both mods. Yeah, I remember the Matsuri that same year that Kamea-con did it. That line was incredibly long for Vic, and most of the other guests barely got anybody. And I'm like, okay, good to see these people stand with Vic, I guess.
Because Vic is controversial right now. Controversy creates cash. I mean, that is 100% legit.
And if that was the case, that's pretty much Matsuri in a way too. Sadly.
Oh my fucking God, Uzi! You did not say the fucking family joke on the podcast. I just saw that shit.
You can't. That's more powerful than family.
He says right here, you don't need Anime Matsuri when you have family.
That's true.
So sick of those. They're funny. I'm laughing my ass off, but they're everywhere.
People overdoing it. Yeah, it's getting done to death.
I know that shit. That shit is I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought me and you were posting them.
Yeah, the first few days were funny, and then now they're like, okay, now everyone's overdoing it.
We pissed off the other co-host of the show. I was purposely trying to piss off SJ.
Family's 5 ever.
Family's 5. I was gonna change your name for a whole day just to get her, to make her mad.
A lot of right wingers, MRAs, and red pills. Yeah, there's a lot of them who support that, and also COVID deniers. You could add that to the list too.
I think it's both spectrums, honestly. I don't sign with any political side. Honestly, I think it's both because there are a lot of, I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of right wingers that are conspiracy, lizard people.
Yeah.
Moon is made of cheese. Bullshit.
Yeah, this moon landing was CGI, even though it was 1969.
I know, right? You look at CGI. You look at the fucking shark in Jaws. If the shark can't even look real, what makes you think they can fake a moon landing?
And then that scene from Back to the Future where he's like, the shark still looks fake.
In all honesty, it's not what? I'm confused.
It's not a whole spectrum. Basically, when you were talking about it's not just right wingers and all that. It's also
it's both. Honestly, it's just I hate both spectrum. I hate both sides of that fucking. I hate both political parties. I just want everybody to shut the fuck up and just like, can I just have like, I like. Oh, by the way, speaking of families, I like the Shrek one. Can you go? Can you for 5 minutes? Can you go without? Can you shut up about family? Like the Shrek one, that was fucking great.
Can you stop talking about family for 5 minutes? Yeah, that's true. You can hate both sides because it's not what's primarily intending Matsuri.
I mean, I don't. The reason why I don't think so because there are a lot of people that are conservative right wingers that don't like anime. They don't like anime conventions. They don't really like Comic Con. You have like the Jesus Baptist Protestant people that are like,
Protesters.
oh, yeah, like if you don't dedicate your entire life 100% to the church, then you're gonna go to hell. I'm like, that's not how that works. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that discussion. We are absolutely not going to get into that. But with Anime Matsuri kicking off tomorrow, the first day, we're going to have somebody, we're going to have a man, we're going to have eyes on the inside. We're going to get somebody to go around and walk around the dealer's room for us and talk about what's going on and show us what's going on. And we're going to do live commentary. But next week, we will have a very special power hour and a very special trash talk panel on Monday. That's going to be the Geeks Forever Trash Talk panel. Road to Delta and Comic Palooza finally comes to a head. And then Wednesday is the final podcast before Delta and Comic Palooza. And then Friday, by the way, I looked at the time and I'm going to talk to Ross tonight. But it says it's from 5 to 8.
Okay.
And the speed dating game that I'm hosting doesn't start until 10:30. So we might be able to do a podcast.
Yeah, but it'd probably be short though, because
it's right across the street from the convention center.
I know, but then you got to like set up equipment, and then you have to get ready for your panel. Like,
oh, that's fucking right. I only have one laptop.
Hey, how long is your panel going to be? 2 hours. Okay. And we can't do one during the con. So. I imagine we did one.
I mean, we could do one during the con, actually. I have nothing going on in the afternoon.
I guess we'll see. We'll probably just plan on.
I was just going to go to the gym.
I
was going to host my panel at 10 in the morning. As soon as I was done, get ready, go to the Planet Fitness, work out for 4 hours, and come back to the con.
Next weekend, July 16th to the 18th.
That's right. Delta H-Con at the West Chase Marriott off of West Timer and Blair Road. That it is the West Chase Marriott. It is July 16th through the 18th, 2021. Yep. Delta H-Con. What was their slogan? Come for the fun, stay for the horror.
Yeah, that kind of, I don't know, the horror theme. I didn't even know they were gonna do a horror theme until like a month ago. I was like a few weeks ago. I was like, oh.
Have you ever watched the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yeah.
There's a character he always plays whenever he does the commercial for the shitty games. I'm Rex Viper or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He's like, hey kids, they need to have like somebody like that do the commercial. Hey kids, come check out Delta H-Con. We got cosplay, nightlife, and shenanigans. I'm sold.
So, yeah, to the commenter, Delta H-Con is happening at the same time as Comic Palooza, so that's why we've been saying both Comic Palooza and
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get in trouble with Comic Palooza, but we kind of got where we ran into a couple of issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that you will still get the thing you requested on they'll give you like an approval on Friday. I'm hoping it's just me that they're like saying, oh, we can't give you shit, sorry.
Yeah, that's everybody right now. They're still debating on going in which of the two, or they're just not going to go at all and all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'll sell you SJ's room. I'm gonna introduce SJ to my friend who loves Godzilla.
Yeah, someone in the comment section earlier says people say everything's fake, but almost every relationship I see is fake. People, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna say this right now. You know what's more? People who shit on wrestling, be like, "Oh, wrestling's fake." You know what's more fake than wrestling? People.
You know what's more? There's nothing more fake than romantic comedies.
Comic Palooza is not on my radar at all. It's Delta H. There you go. That's
There
why
you go.
go to that instead of Matsuri.
Romantic comedies are so fucking fake. How are they going to find parking right away? There's no wait time in the restaurant. They're seated right away. And they get their food right as the conversation is making a turn for the better or for the worse.
That's true. It's a lot. There's a lot of like, okay, that's kind of ridiculous. A lot of ridiculous moments. It's a Tuesday, dude.
What's a Tuesday? The 16th?
No, the 16th is a Friday.
What's on a Tuesday?
Oh, it's actually on the. Oh yeah, they take place. Yeah, they take place on the weekdays. They usually don't take place on the weekends.
What?
In a rom-com.
What's a rom-com?
Romantic comedies.
Oh, that makes sense. That still doesn't make sense. I went to the mall after 3 o'clock and that bitch was packed.
Depends what time of year did you go to.
Now, when it's balls sweating hot outside. Hey, Pachinko will be there. Actually, we're going to allow everyone that watches the podcast a chance to be on the podcast in person, live on pay-per-view. And for all you wrestling fans attending Delta H-Con, we're going to actually have a WWE Money in the Bank watch party in my hotel room. As I get that free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, with Peacock.
The Peacock. Well, Anime Matsuri day 0 today. Tomorrow is day 1. Anime Matsuri will run until Sunday. I don't think their attendance numbers will be as good as 2019. I think people are still afraid. But you have a lot of teenagers. It's kind of sad that somebody that I know asked me about Anime Matsuri because their teenage daughter wanted to go. And I had to give her a fair warning. Hey, like, it's probably not a good idea if she went by herself because there's a lot of creeps and weirdos and dudes that don't care if the girl's underage.
Unfortunately, there's a lot. I think not just Anime Matsuri, but also most cons in general. Especially pre-pandemic, there was a shit ton of those kind of people.
Yeah, talking to you, Captain Potassium. Fucking bitch. By the way, 17 has a list of asses he wants to whoop at Delta. That man needs Jesus. All right, guys. Thanks for watching today. That's all the time we have. Thank you for joining. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitch. We'll see everybody on Friday for hopefully we can get some feedback from Blastoids about Anime Matsuri.
Or just anybody, or if any of the unfortunate souls that are going to Anime Matsuri.
That's right. You know what? Monday, we're going to have people come on the podcast and talk about Anime Matsuri.
To those who went. And you don't have to be, if you want to be anonymous, you can. But just letting you know that if you went to Matsuri, just give us your feedback and all that stuff.
If you paid to go to Anime Matsuri, if you didn't go for free, you know how easy it is to get fucking badges for Anime Matsuri? Like, you'd sign up for a panel, they approve it. Well, you got to buy a badge before you can host. Well, then I'm not hosting shit. Oh, hold on. Calm down. We'll give you a free badge. We'll give you the badge free. Just host your panel, please. Because we don't have shit. We have 30 panels because half the people that signed up bailed. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
All right. See y'all later. See y'all Friday.
Friday, 7, colored people time.